Hi guys, bringing you an outside class today, a little change in the environment, a little bit of a shorter class, under 25 minutes, but we get everything that we need to get today. So make yourself comfortable, do what you need to do, silence your cell phones, put them out of reach if you have to, sometimes that needs to be done, and just quiet your mind, bring yourself back to your body. Have your knees bent and your feet flat on the ground if that's comfortable. Just check in with your body, take some breaths, feel the back of your body down on the ground. Check in with your hips and your pelvis and your legs, make sure that alignment is all good, or as good as it can be for you. When you're ready, we're going to start with some curl-ups, and we're going to bring our hands behind our head. Oh, but not quite yet. We're going to rock side to side. Any final prep that you need, and then hands behind the head and a little curl up of that upper body. Those upper abs are working, the ribs are sliding down the front of the body, low abs are working, but keeping the pelvis where it is. So you're not tucking your pelvis as you curl up. You're not lifting your butt at all. We're separating the upper from the lower, but we're engaging the entire core. Elbows are wide. Adding a twist when you're ready. You'll curl up in the center, twist one way, center and down. Curl up, twist left, center and down. Curl up, twist right, center and down. So you'll notice still, torso from about mid-rib cage down is nice and still, pelvis is nice and still, the legs are not moving, it's just that upper body that's curling up and twisting, and then tiny pulses up and up, in the center, twist up, pulse up, and up. Try not to move anywhere else, and then rest down. Bring your legs up, take your right leg in, left leg long, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Again, nothing else is moving, just those legs. Arms are there as a little guide to help the legs stay parallel. Try to stretch the leg long. Try to do better than I'm doing right now. I'm going to take this one step further. Both legs in, both legs out. Everything in, and out, and in, and out. Inhale in, exhale out. If that feels weird, try the reverse. Arms and legs are moving, torso is nice and strong and stable. Hold on to that right leg, lower the left, and switch, and switch, and switch. We're going to go a little faster. We'll switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Back to the first speed, hold, and switch, and then switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Hold and stretch, hold and stretch. Switch, 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 and switch. Bring the legs together, take your hands under your tailbone, both legs lower, both legs lift. Only as low as you can go, keeping the pelvis where it is. Try not to arch the back or open the ribs. You can curl the head and the shoulders up if you would like. Challenge yourself, go a little lower than you think you can go. Curl up if you want to. Take those legs to tabletop, take the arms back behind the head. We're twisting again, we're extending the opposite leg long. We're in a little faster. Still, elbows are open. Torso is as still and stable and strong as it can be. And then rest down. Take those feet back down, do a little lift and a lower of the pelvis. We're going to do a little bridge. Checking that alignment to start. When you're ready, press down on the feet to lift into your bridge and back down. You can lift straight up, you can articulate more and roll up and down, up to you. Let's hold that bridge, reach the arms towards the ceiling, reach the arms overhead, stretching, and then lower the body down. Take the arms back up, press the arms down as you lift to that bridge. Lower the body, lift the arms. Arms can go all the way overhead as long as the ribs stay closed. The arms press down when you lift to that bridge. Try to press down equally through the right leg and the left leg. Try to keep the arms symmetrical as well. Make sure you're breathing. Circle the arms down, curl up, reach the arms up, lower down, open to the side. Take those legs in the air if you want. Curl up when the arms reach down towards your hips. Lower down as the arms go overhead. Upper abs are working on this curl up, low abs are working to stabilize. We're going to reverse this in a moment. Press down, open to the side, reach up toward the sky, press down and curl up, open and lower down. Press down, curl up, open, lower down. Oh, press down, curl up, open and lower down. Press down and pulse. We're going right into our hundreds. Inhale for 5 and exhale for 5 as best as you can, or inhale as long as you can and exhale as long as you can. You can keep those legs in tabletop. You can take them down if you need to. You can also rest your head down if you have to, but try to keep those arms strongly pumping. Try to continue to breathe the entire time. You can straighten the legs long. You can have the legs be lower to be a little more challenging. Inhaling and exhaling. You can flex the feet. You can point the feet. You can add coordination there. You can have one leg long, one leg bent. Try to keep that core nice and strong. We're almost there. And then resting down, rock side to side if it feels good. And let the knees fall to the left, twist the head and the arm to the right. Taking a little twist in the back, a little stretch over that right hip perhaps. Just briefly, we'll be here. When you're ready, let the knees fall to the right, twist the torso, the head and the arm to the left. When you're ready, come back center. If you need a little longer, feel free to pause and take a little longer in that twist. Otherwise, come on up. Sit nice and tall. We're going to do some roll downs. Stretch forward first if you need to. And we're going to reach the arms long, rounding, rolling down. Your mat might come with you, that's okay. Take the arms overhead to the ceiling, curl up, exhale. Inhale, sit nice and tall, reach those arms up. Take the arms back forward, rounding, rolling down. And overhead, arms to the ceiling, curling up, exhale. Sitting nice and tall and long, open the arms to the side, reach the arms up, press the arms down, and then roll back down. A little coordination there. You're going to keep that rib cage together. Circle the arms down this time as you round up, rolling up, open to the side, lift up, press down, and roll back down. Try to keep the heels on the ground. If you need to adjust your mat, go ahead and adjust your mat. Exhale as you round up. Keep the arms up as much as you can. If you feel like you need to go slower, go ahead and go slower. I was feeling the need to go faster today. And then stretch forward. You're going to flip on over. You're going to come onto your hands and your knees. Do a little rounding and arching, a little cat-cow. As much as you need. Just let that pelvis move, articulate through your spine. If you need to go side to side, go ahead and go side to side as well. Take more time if you need it. You're going to tuck your toes under when you're ready, and we're going to press down into a down dog. Again, we're just going to be here briefly. Whatever you need. Legs long, bent, heels lift, heels lower, any combination. We're going to come to a plank position next. Options, you can hold this plank, or you can lift one foot off and then rock forward and back on the opposite foot. I'm only lifting my foot enough to point. It can be lower than what mine is. I'm doing 3 sets total, more or less up to you, and then you'll go back to that down dog, whatever you need, lift and lower, and then meet me in a child's pose stretch. We're flowing through kind of quickly today. You're going to come onto your forearms and your elbows when you're ready, and we're going to come to a plank. We're going to work side plank today as well. You can hold this plank, or you can rock forward and back again. So try not to let your pelvis dip down like mine was just doing. You can also rock forward and back, initiating from your arms. When you're ready, come onto your left forearm, come onto the outside of your left foot, stack that right foot, and then reach that right arm to the ceiling if you can. You can have the feet staggered so that both feet are on the ground if you need them to be. And then you're going to transition through center, over to the other side. So once you have that side plank and you feel stable, we can add a little arm coordination. You can add a little side stretch as well when that arm goes overhead, lifting that top hip a little more. You can do some rotation here too if you know how to do that rotation. And just brief side body. Come back to that plank position, hold it for just a moment, and then lower down. I'm going to keep the upper body lifted to take a little arch. Tops of the feet are down. You're pushing down through the arms to open up the chest, open up the front of the body. We're going to stay in this position on the front of our bodies to work the back for a moment again. The legs are long. You're going to kick the legs like you're swimming, keeping them straight. We're going to do a few different things with the arms. Right now the arms are swimming as well. You can keep them still. You can bend the elbows down towards the rib cage and then stretch the arms back long, or you can bring the hands towards the forehead and then back to the rib cage, elbows back to the rib cage, I should say. You're going to bring the arms long at your sides, palms to the ceiling, and pulse up. Options, or you can swim the arms when they're behind you. That's a little weird coordination there. So anything that works for you. I gave a lot in a short amount of time. Whatever you felt like doing is fine. Take another child's pose if it feels good. Adjust your hat if you're wearing a hat so that you can rest your head down. Do a little side body. You're going to lie on your right side to start. You're going to set yourself up along the back edge of your mat. Legs will be long. You're going to lift that top leg and press down. Stay parallel. Don't lift the hip. Pretend like you're sliding your foot against the wall. Again, going a little faster today. The farther in front your legs are, the more stable. The more underneath you your legs are, the less stable. So whatever they need to be for you today is fine. You're going to do a double pulse forward and a swing back. Flex the foot forward and point back. So you'll notice my torso is not rocking and rolling with my leg. That's where that core engagement comes in. So we're working the leg, we're working this side of the body, but we're still working that core. We're going to do some circles. Leg is turned out. We're going to circle towards the back. We're going to reverse that in a moment, just about 5 in each direction. Try not to let that hip move. Your right arm is where you need it to be. If you need something under your head, go ahead and grab something for your head. That left side is supporting and anchoring. Keep those legs turned out. Keep the feet flexed. You're going to slide your left heel up your leg to rotate, 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 turn out, and then stretch even longer on the way down. So the leg is rotating and bending and turning out, but your hip, we're going to try to not let that hip lift. The last couple, try to let that leg be lifted, and then just slow lift and press down. Lift and down, and lift and down, and lift and down, and then rest. You're going to bend the knees. You're going to bring your shins towards the front edge of your mat. This will look familiar. We're going to do a little different sequencing. We're going to start by rotating and turning out to come forward, parallel to go back. Just 3 in this direction, and then we're going to reverse for 3. So you'll turn out to go back. Parallel to come forward. 2 more. Parallel forward. Last one. We're going to stay parallel, and we're just going to go back and forth and back and forward. 1 more back and forward. Reverse. Parallel back. Rotate to come forward. 3 of these. 3 in the opposite direction. Your ribs are together. Abs are still working. Last one like that. And again, parallel, back and forward. 2 more. And down. Straighten that bottom leg. Keep the top leg bent. Bring the foot on the ground. You can hold on to the ankle if you're able to. Little lift, lift, and press down of that bottom leg. That bottom leg stays long. That foot is flexed. Lift, lift, and lower. Lift, lift, and lower. Try to find that inner thigh muscle on that bottom leg. If you don't need to hold on to your top leg, you don't have to hold on to the ankle. If you're not able to, that's fine. If you're not able to have your knee towards the ceiling, you can let that top leg be on the ground in front of your bottom leg. We're going to do some circles of that bottom leg, just 5 in each direction. And then we're going to beat those legs together. If you can, let the arms go overhead. Really working that core. I'm also on uneven ground, so I was really working that core. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So we're going to do all that on the other side. You're going to lie on your left side. Setting yourself up, trying to be as aligned as you can be. Hips and shoulders in the same line, allowing for the natural curves of your spine. Trying to stay directly on top of your left hip, trying to keep your pelvis level in this orientation, in this position. Feet are flexed, legs are parallel, lifting and lowering, wiping that wall up and down with your foot. Try to reach the leg longer on the way down. That will help that hip reach longer, maintaining space along that top side of your body. Double pulse forward and a swing back. Have that right hand down on the ground for balance if you need it. Make this smaller or slower if you're having trouble staying stable. Tiny circles, 5 in each direction. They don't need to be tiny actually. If you can make them bigger, go for it. And reverse. Picture that hip nice and loose and relaxed and open. And then we're going to keep the legs turned out. You're going to slide your heel along your leg and stretch nice and long. So don't let that hip come with your leg. Have that hand there if you need it. About 3 more. Stretch that leg even longer on these last 2. Last one. Good. A little lift and down, lift and down, lift and press down, lift and press down. And then bend both knees, shins towards the front edge. And we're going to start the opposite direction. On this side, we're going to turn out to go towards the back, parallel to come forward. Turning out back, parallel forward, just 1 more. And then we'll reverse, parallel back, rotate, lift that leg to come forward, 2 more, and then we'll stay parallel. Good, parallel back and forward, 2 more back and forward, last one back and forward, reverse. With that rotation, rotate back, parallel forward, rotate back, parallel forward, last one, rotate back, parallel forward and reverse, last time, parallel back, lift and rotate forward, only 2 more, parallel back, lift and rotate forward, last one, and then stay parallel just 3 times back and forward, 2 more, and last one. Good. Rest that leg down. Keep that leg bent. Extend your left leg long. Take the right foot on the ground if you can. Lift, lift, and lower that left leg. Trying to find those smaller muscles. If your leg does not lift that much right now, that's okay. Something to work on. It's working different muscles that we don't use every day. So make sure too that your right leg is as still as it can be. You'll see mine is wobbling a little bit side to side, which I will realize now. So feel free, use your hands if you need to. Tiny circles, about 5 in each direction. Point through that foot and allow that leg to rotate and turn out. Really think that thigh bone is lifting and rotating, about 5 in each direction. Right, keep that leg lifted, extend that top leg long over and beat those legs together. Tiny, tiny beats. If you can, extend your bottom arm and then extend your top arm if you can. If you fall over, you fall over. You laugh. It's okay. And then we're going to come back onto our back. You can stay as you are. I'm just adjusting because I'm on a little bit of a hill. So the leg that we just worked, we're going to cross and we're going to do a figure 4 stretch on each side. Really, whatever side you feel like you need to start on is fine. Crossing the ankle over the knee. Flex that foot of the leg that's crossed to protect your knee. If you need more time in this stretch, feel free to pause and take more time. You can rotate the ankles, you can straighten your bottom leg, You can cross the legs further to get a deeper stretch if you need as well. Deep breaths in and out, inhaling and exhaling as you stretch. We'll release this stretch in a moment. We are going to do some teasers. So come on up, keep those legs in the air in a tabletop-ish position. Find your balance. When you're ready, you're going to lower your upper body down and keep your legs in the air. Find that balance first, though. When you can, reach the arms nice and long. Try not to have tension in the hands, and then lower the upper body down. Arms go overhead, arms go back to the ceiling. Curl up, exhale, lift, balance, and then lower just the torso down. Arms overhead, arms to the ceiling, curling up, exhale, balance. One more like that. When you come up, straighten the legs if you can. Brush off the bug. Lowering back down. We're going to do 2 more. Take a moment if you need to find that balance again. Feel free to hold on. One last one with the legs straight. Coming up, exhale, and come back up, right. Take the legs long, take a stretch forward if you need to. Just gonna finish up with a little twist stretch. Or I'm sorry, we're gonna do a little hip stretch, and then we'll do a little twist. So cross the right leg over the left, flex the feet, have ankles to knees. Walk your hands forward. You can round, and you can also be flat, whatever you need today. Wherever your body is at. Just breathe into that stretch. With that right leg on top, we're opening up that right hip. If you need to stay here longer, stay here longer. If you need to walk your hands forward more, walk your hands forward more. We're going to do a little twist now. So you're going to cross that right leg over. Left leg is bent. If you need that left leg to be long, it can be long. I prefer to have my arm on the outside of my leg and then get a little twist that gets into my hip a little bit more, as well as twisting and lengthening my back and my spine. I'm going to switch sides again. If you need to be longer in these positions, pause and be there longer. Totally fine. Left leg on top, right leg on the bottom. Feet are flexed, ankles over knees, knees over ankles. Rounded spine or long spine. Breathing into that stretch. We're going to transition into that twist stretch. You're going to cross that left leg over, have the left foot on the ground, and have both sides of your butt on the ground too to get a better stretch. Right now I'm just crossed on the outside of that leg, and that left hand can be extended a little further away from you if you want to get a little more twist and rotation. I am doing it more from my hip. And you're going to uncross. We're going to make our way into a down dog to then transition to come all the way up. So you can bend the knees, you can have one leg straight, you can have both legs straight. Taking a quick moment, and then you're going to bring your hands to your feet. Soften the knees and round all the way up. Stand nice and tall and just take a moment feeling nice and long in your body, nice and strong in your body. Take an inhale and an exhale. Lift and lower the heels, stretch through those feet, shake those legs out, and you're all set. Thanks for joining me today, everybody. And I will see you next time. Check out the rest of my videos, subscribe if you like, and if you have other things you want to see, let me know.